And we are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys and Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys.
What's up? What's up?
With Those Guys.
What's up, Herman? How are you? Happy Sunday, man.
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good too. It's Sunday, February 20th, 2022. Not a whole lot's going on. I mean, a lot's going on in sports. It's basketball season again.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's basketball season.
Basketball
The Winter Olympics is finally over, so we can get back to our regularly scheduled programs.
Is it? Because I still see the shows on the games.
Yeah. You're watching replays. They had the closing ceremonies already.
So when are they going to stop it?
Who knows? Like another night or two.
Oh,
but I think they've already had, or they're about to have the closing ceremonies tonight. Something to that effect. Hey, Robert Glazier, how are you? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. Please click that like button. We'd appreciate it very much if you did. It's this way you get used to doing it early. This is bad. I come to my own live stream to give myself a like.
Oh,
that's not cool.
It happens.
It happens. It does happen. You know, sometimes I forget to do it. So what does it matter?
Yeah,
we don't care. Mendez Drone Ops, how are you, man? I saw your video earlier. Jody's here. Jody's probably listening in the background. We were chatting. There he is. He's back. So what's good, Herman? What's up with you, man?
Well, you know, I can tell you, I've been, you know, we've been handling some business and stuff like that that's in the works, and you know, I've been running around doing what I can. I still got the legal stuff I've been going through, so I'm just taking care of some business, and you know, I'm on the business. I'm working.
Morning, feet on the ground. Hey, little Llama Laura.
I'm working.
Happy birthday. This was her birthday week.
Feet on the ground.
Good morning to you over in Australia. I hope Sue, Herman,
yes.
You saw it. Sue got her bath salts. So now I need to send out the next package, which is for Rob there. Rob, feet on the ground, wasn't feeling too well. Had some little heart palpitations. We won't say anything in detail, but get better, man. Feel strong, get better, get stronger. STM Drones Media, good evening to you as well. Click that like button, guys.
What's good, man? What happened to drone shots?
Huh?
No, he said, I see you put need help. What happened?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't keeping up. I wasn't keeping up with the chat.
Yeah, you know, I'm just working on some. I'm trying to, you know, get out to fly a little bit, but see what happens. I got a few things I gotta work on. You know what I got. I got a couple of things I got working on with the.
Hey, visuals. Mendez says he's got a video he's uploading on Wednesday. Something he spotted in the sky and he doesn't know what it is. So that'll be interesting to see. Drone Inu visuals. Yes, he says, see, I spotted something in the sky and don't know what it is. Interesting. Hope you'll be able to put out the video so we can all see. But how's everybody? Happy Sunday to you. I'm back on deck, buddy. Mini heart attack, can't stop. Feet on the ground, flying mate. Sue is over the moon with her package. She's really loving. She's really loved the package of bath salts we sent, and they got there pretty quick.
All right.
About a week and a half. I'd say about 2 weeks. I'd say a week and a half to 2 weeks. They got there. So now the next thing
moving now.
Hey, do you want me to tease Rob? Let me show him. He wanted saltwater taffy, so I got him saltwater taffy, all right. Hey, check it out. Hold on. A 3-pound bag.
A 3-pound bag.
a 3-pound bag. I'm trying not to knock my beer over. Of saltwater taffy. He
Oh,
said he liked saltwater taffy. I got him a freaking 3-pound bag, man. So it's just a matter of sending that out. Plus the chocolates you put in there, that you put in yours.
okay.
Remember that you put in here?
Yeah.
Because I had to break the package down, if you remember,
Okay.
because it was too heavy, and they
So
wanted
you
some
got 4
crazy
pounds.
price. So I broke down his package and I broke down her package, Sue's package, and that's it.
Okay.
Basically. I'm just trying to put it back over here the way everything was.
Yeah, see, even even drone shots is like 3 pounds. Wow.
He said, I don't know what happened to my camera. My
You
camera died or something?
you froze up on your camera.
I froze up on the camera? Okay,
Yeah.
I know how to fix that. Give me a second.
How
I
do
have to
you?
just shut down OBS and
Oh, that's how
restart it, and that should give me motion again. There I go. I'm back.
you're back.
So, no, feet on the ground, Rob.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we've been friends for at least 10 years now,
Okay.
and he has a sweet tooth. When I say a sweet tooth, you saw all the stuff he sent us. Where do you
Mhm.
think he gets the expertise on all of this stuff?
Okay.
So
Well, I'm just saying. I
I
mean,
need to borrow the wife's teeth. LOL.
3 pounds. He's gonna be chewing forever.
The wind here in New York is also crazy. In the UK, you're getting the wind that, let's
Oh,
say, in about 4 days, you'll be getting some wind that is off the chart because we just went through it here in New York, and
well,
we
how
just
do you?
found out
Well, how do you
earlier
know
in the chat
this?
that there's some weather coming this way from Jody in the
Well,
Michigan
yeah.
area, which is about 3 to 4 days away. So by the time you get the weather today, little Lana Laura,
Yeah.
that you'll get the weather in 4 days. We'll be getting the weather that Jody's going through right now.
Where is she?
The UK,
Well,
somewhere in the UK.
well, the weather doesn't necessarily flow all the way around the country, around the world.
See, even no, is super looking forward to that. Rob says, love saltwater taffy. He meant, even know how it got its name. Just went through 120-mile-per-hour winds. Wow.
Okay. See,
Yeah, we didn't have it that strong over here, but they got up to about 50 or 60 miles per hour, right, Herman?
did it?
The last couple of days, they claim UAV forecast claims it did, but I didn't.
I don't. I really don't know. I mean, some of these gusts were so bad that I seen the salt that they put down for the snow was just whipping up off the ground over the cars and everything.
Yeah, you was talking to me on the phone, and you said this lady was walking. She had a whirlpool of
Yeah,
dust and
garbage
shit
and
flowing
stuff
around her.
around the dust.
That's crazy. Well, Rob, don't worry about it. Get better. I'll let you know when I send out the second package. Probably do it closer to the end of the month. I have to plan some things first. But welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. We are here to serve you.
Really,
And what I mean by that is we try to come up with
that
a
ain't
little bit of drone news or tech news that you may know about or may not know about, you know.
okay.
And
That's what you meant, because I was going to say I didn't cook anything.
yeah, oh no. That's the Twilight Zone, How to Serve Man. You remember that one? That's how they made this taffy all salt water from the roads. LOL. Jody says. Rigor mortis, what's good, man? How are you?
That wouldn't
Peace
be
and
good.
blessings to you. We're going through another windstorm now, but it's not as strong as the other days. Well, you got more coming.
Well, Lawrence, what would MacGyver do with 3 pounds of saltwater taffy?
Probably build a
Build a boat?
car or something. Build a boat or a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon. I could see him, right? MacGyver. He's stuck in the middle of nowhere. He has no matches. He doesn't have a straw. He doesn't have any rubber band, but he can make a hot air balloon out of the saltwater taffy and escape. That would be funny, right? That's funny. Well, we have a little bit to talk about tonight, not a whole lot. We kind of just want to wish you guys that hey, Ray Kelly, how are you? What's good, man? Ray Kelly,
Hey, Ray
you're
Kelly, what's going on, man?
at Night Train. What's good, Mike? Your meetup down there, Ray Kelly, is becoming this gigantic gigantic fiasco.
Ray Kelly, what's the progress on the rental car?
Yeah. You got to get.
I need to put together my itinerary.
Oh, I'm good, rigor mortis. I'm doing fine, man. And so far, I actually put a drone back together that's been just laying around looking at me saying, fix me, fix me. So I finally fixed it. I actually fixed it, well, was attempting to fix it and broke it. Bad soldering. 79 people are going to this meetup so far. You have people from as far as, hey, Jack Rabbit,
But
what's
Ray,
good? Yes, Jack
Ray, I was
Rabbit.
asking you what was the progress on the rental car.
Yes, we need to know. Herman needs to know the progress on the rental car ASAP, Ray Kelly. And Jack Rabbit, no typing while driving, dude. You can listen, that's fine. We appreciate that. We don't want to hear nothing bad happening.
Well, no, you can, if you got text to speech and it works better than the one on my phone.
Aviano C, Rob C, are you still in California?
Rob,
How are you, Rob? Hope all is well. He says he likes to use Enterprise himself, Herman.
no, I'm saying, did you book it?
Oh, did he book a car for us?
Yes, that's what I'm asking him. That's what I need
That's
to
what you're asking
I'm
him.
picking the car up at.
Oh, did he book a car for us? Okay. I didn't know certain celebrities got cars coming to the meetup. Okay.
Well, he asked me what
Jack Rabbit
hotel.
says you guys won't have chauffeurs. Exactly. We should be pulling up to the meetup and
He,
someone opening the car and carrying our bags for us.
he asked me what hotel I was staying at,
Right.
right? And then next thing you know it, the hotel is sold out.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, Herman and Lawrence, what hotel are you guys staying at? And he booked the hotel. I hope you got a discount or something for all of that work.
Who?
Him. Or do we get a free continental breakfast or something for you filling the hotel, Ray Kelly? That'll be interesting to know. We get a continental breakfast, coffee and a bagel.
I'm gonna call up the hotel and I'm gonna tell them, I hear you got a convention coming in there.
Ray Kelly says all the celebrities are getting limos. Herman, Ray is not going to chauffeur you, Jack Rabbit says. Well, we need a driver though, man. We seriously need a driver.
Jack Rabbit, I've kind of figured that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we were hoping that we'd have a car waiting at the airport with a sign, saying those guys. A guy standing there with a sign saying those
I figured
guys.
he asked me about the hotel and everything. I mean, I thought he was.
Free breakfast at Hampton Inn and Suites. Okay, see. Now people are going to be coming off the streets for free
Hold on a
breakfast.
second. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Herman has said
That's what they advertise.
I know. Those are their words, right? Free breakfast at Hampton Inn and Suites. I think he's pulling our leg here, seriously. I'm starting to wonder.
You know what that is, right?
What?
If you come out your room early enough, you can get the muffins and the oatmeal and the toast and the.
And the coffee while it's hot.
There you
And
go.
this coffee while it said, you guys should ask for complimentary meeting room for everyone to hang out in after the meetup.
Oh,
Interesting.
Ray?
No, Rob C. Aviano was saying that we should ask for a complimentary meeting room, being that there'll be so many of us in the hotel.
Hey, listen. All I know is that the hotel is booked.
Ray Kelly says he's eating Dunkin' Munchkins that morning. I think Ray uses flying as an excuse to go out and eat junk food. Because think about this. Think about this closely. He's constantly talking about where we're going to eat. and he pulls up with Dunkin' Donuts. We had pizza. I don't think he eats all of that junk food when he's home. That's so when he hangs out flying, that's when he gets his chance. I'm convinced. First 50 that arrive get munchkins. One munchkin, right? One munchkin per 50 per person. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. So far, 79 people are going. I
Well,
hope it turns
79
out.
people going. Truthfully, you might need gallons of coffee and hundreds of donuts.
I'm putting a disclaimer out here now. I do not answer the door after 1 a.m. Tim Jackson, what's good? No, I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, if the hotel is booked, I mean, and it's just drone pilots, you can fly through the hotel all day.
No, it's Ron Lockwood booked Hampton Inn yesterday. It's not Ron Lockwood's booked Hampton Inn yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it'll soon be filled with 79 people going.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
How
true.
many rooms they got in the building?
Good morning in Australia, Tim. How are you, man? You on your way to work? What's happening with you? We're gonna have to bring Tim on here one again. I want to do that coming up in the future. Let's try and catch him. Lawrence Ray eats all the time. That's exactly it, Jack Rabbit. He's constantly talking about food.
Well, I'll be honest with you. With Ray being, police officer, he used to be a police officer and everything like that. Guys that work certain places, and do certain things, like my father worked in traffic all the time doing like street lighting in the evening. And he'll tell you all of the places to go and eat in that area.
At that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, at that time.
Well,
I used to.
I'm quite sure that Ray knew all of the places to eat back when he was working.
Back when he's working, he knows every place to eat, no matter what time it is, from Florida to New York.
Right. So, I mean, it's programmed. It's programmed.
Okay, good. Okay, Tim Jackson, that's what's up. You can hang out with us, have some breakfast, and sit back and relax. We appreciate it. We appreciate you all. Just don't forget to click that like button as usual.
Work, Lawrence.
Huh?
He's at work.
Going to work tomorrow, he says. Ron is worried about sleeping with Adrian. Ooh. No, Kelly says Ron is worried about, I think Ron and Adrian Mateo are teaming up in a room. I don't know. Or getting a room together. I don't know. Please elaborate, Ray Kelly, so we don't start the wrong rumors.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying now, because that didn't come out right when you said it. Or at least it didn't sound right.
Oh, yeah. It goes, Ron is worried about sleeping with Adrian. And it laugh. Rolling on the floor. Yeah, that's Ray Kelly said that.
Okay.
And we need to clarify these things. Is it in the same hotel, same room? What's going on? Because I know a few people are actually getting bunks together.
Let's just get a
Watching the 65-inch. That's what's up.
What happened?
Tim Jackson's watching the 65-inch. So I'm glad I shaved before the stream, man. It should be looking kind of smooth there.
65.
Oh, they are sharing. Ray Kelly said they are sharing a room, Herman.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be hilarious.
That's all right.
That should be fun.
You stay on your side of the room, he stay on his side of the room.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
And the walkway is neutral territory.
Well, I look forward to it. Ray Kelly says that's how rumors start. Hey, you started this one. That's all I could say. All right, listen. We got our first story.
As long as you shut the lights off and be quiet at a certain time.
Listen, be like me and get some alcohol. It won't matter how much noise you make. I'm going to sleep.
There we go. You be like him, everybody be sleeping at 8 o'clock.
Huh?
You be like him, everybody be sleeping at 8 o'clock.
Oh, please. I only do that during the week, bro. Because I get up 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay. As of lately, I've been pushing it to 6 or 7, but I'm trying to ensure I get 8 hours sleep plus now. Make sure he has earplugs in case Adrian snores. Tim Jackson says. Bring the bikinis. I don't know about bikinis.
Man, listen. If you can't fall asleep after all of the hanging out and noise that guys are going to be making together, if you can't go to your room at a certain time and fall asleep, well, hey, you got an issue. I mean, unless you got problems with sleeping in a strange bed.
Listen, I had no problems falling asleep when we were up in Rhode Island. By the end of the day, it was just time to just pass out.
So you know what's some crazy shit? No jokes. All jokes aside, when I go to football camp and I go almost any one of these camp places.
Yeah.
When I drive, I keep. You saw it in the car, the plywood behind the back seat.
Yeah.
Slide that right underneath the mattress because them mattresses be cheap.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, he's too soft. So it adds a little firmness. He
doesn't wake up during the night biting his pillow.
So you can get a good night's sleep. If not,
I can imagine.
In the mattress, your back will be wrecked.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I look forward to the trip. I haven't been on a plane in a little while, so that should be pretty good. Rob C, are you going or what's happening?
Yeah, Rob was good, man.
If we would tell you what hotel we're going to, but Ray booked it already.
No, it's not. Ray said it's still open.
Oh, it still has openings. Yeah, okay.
You read the message that he.
I'm pay attention. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, we got a story about a gentleman who's thinking outside the box when we come to drones and urban air mobility. There's a company called NANCO, NAN Corporation, and the NAN stands for New Age Nerds Corporation, Aero. The gentleman goes on to say most humans have traveled in 2 dimensions, forward and back, left and right, but in a 2-dimensional, that's how we travel. But he wants to change things up with an invention he has called, what is it called, Herman? The NANCO Aero Flying Cars.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's trying to get in on the whole urban air mobility.
Yes. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a great concept that he's coming with, and guy has a very big extensive background in engineering and and a few other things that he has done along the way. I was able to check out an interview that was done with him, and he seems to have some knowledge in what he's doing, and this has always been something that he has wanted to do. And the thing, is most interesting is it's a very new company because he just started this year.
Yes.
And
Last year, 2021.
well, yeah, no, last year.
Yeah.
Oh, this year is still fresh. Well, yeah, last year, but he's just what's his name? Shern Peters.
Shern Peters, Shern, Shern Peters.
Yeah.
And his bio says that he was trained, he trained he's a trained mechatronics engineer, 16 years of research and development experience, 8 patents to his name. And this model will be that he wants to come up with. He actually has a flying version that fits in a shoebox. It's actually a 2-pound drone that it's a 2-pound drone that can carry 2 pounds.
Right. It's a prototype of the vehicle that he wants to create in many different versions of.
Yes, this is it right here.
Yeah,
and you may think that this, oh yes, it is TPU printed.
Yeah.
What you do, and what this is a 1/117th size scale model. And if you notice, the ducts are pointed forward and back. Now, we did do some research on trying to find some footage, and for what we understand, it's well balanced. This is the 1-seater version, but this is the version that they're actually selling, which is a copy of the 1-seater version, the 1-seat version that he wants to put into production before he starts his 2-seaters and 3-seaters. And yes, it is, you can buy it and fly it, its characteristics. It has its own operating system, etc. So when they launch in 2025, I think it is, he plans on launch. Maybe that's the wrong story I got. Let me go back.
Well, he has some, some big ideas for this. It's a small scale version of what
Roger,
in the future would like to bring to production.
Yes.
Everybody has their foot in the game for the future with this type of thing here. And his idea with this, for what you mentioned, for multiple seaters, he's also has different vehicle ideas for being able to use these things for like search and rescue, or for emergency issues where there may be an accident and you can't get in due to traffic and stuff like this.
Right.
It will get someone into the scene and on the scene when it's hard to get, like I said, through traffic in certain areas. But he's got a long way ahead of him with this. What are you gonna say?
But it looks promising. And he also has 3 different models. He has the ER Mini, which is the picture I just showed, then the ER Industry, which is a full-scale version of a single-seater, and then something called a full-scale rider. Now, keep in mind, he also has a simulator to train pilots how to fly them, which I think is cool, which means they do have their own ecosystem. And he claims that the ER Industry vehicle would be great in emergency use because firemen or EMS workers don't have to sit in traffic to get from point A to point B.
Right. Well, see, what I'm saying to you is that with all of this stuff that he has here on that site, for the from what I'm understanding, is what he's using to establish his funding to get his projects running. So, like I said, he's got a long road ahead of him on this. He's got, well, watch this. He's got a prototype of his vehicle already in a model of a 1/17th scale.
Yes.
1/8 scale model
Uh-huh.
of your toy car or RC car or drone, whatever. So
Right.
he's got liftoff and it can fly.
Yes.
You
And the
understand?
next step is to make it bigger.
We know that. So, like I said, he's got an engineering degree. He's worked in oil fields and things like that, and many different other things that he's been into. So, he's got a very big background and a lot of things because, like I said, I listened to an interview with him, and that's why he mentioned that he had worked on oil rigs and he was able to actually see the education that he got in college in engineering come into play because there's certain things that where that engineering comes into play. I never worked
Hey,
on
Michael Blade.
it, so I don't know. So he's got
Yes.
an extensive background in a lot of different places that he's been. And it would have been nice. I would have liked to have had him on Washington.
Yeah, we were trying to work it out to set up an interview, but this is his actual interview that he had. The gentleman is going places. The company just started last year, and already certain companies or individuals in Houston, Texas, where he's located from, are interested in seeing this go on. Like I said, he actually has a working version of this that he sells that fits in a shoebox. It's basically the size of a drone. I will point this out. I will actually show the picture again so you guys can see. So you can buy this actual working version of this flying car. This is the concept. And usually well, not this exact one, of course, but he has complete models of his flying car that he wants to introduce to Houston, Texas. And the objective is to make it strictly for emergency use,
He's
a
got all
single
kind of
seater.
information out there, Lawrence, that you can
What
go.
happened?
I believe on the site for that actual company for Nanco,
Yes,
uh,
yes,
New Age Nerds, you can go on there and purchase this and the simulator and all the other products that they have, all of the other stuff that they're developing. It's like like the same as like on YouTube you have members and stuff like that on your channel or whatever. It's the same thing. It's the same thing they have.
yes. I'm actually on his page right now. This is his website here. Let me just share it with you guys. I will give you the link, but they're headed in the right direction. Of course, this is a Photoshop picture of one of the flying versions that he envisions, but they're getting a lot of backing. They want you to join them, and I'm interested to see where it goes. These are some concept versions of what he has and what the car will look like. If you notice, everyone's focusing on eVTOLs, but no one's focusing on eVTOLs for passengers. I mean, individually owned eVTOLs, I'm saying.
Well,
You just pull one of these out of your garage and just go up to 600 feet and get to work. You know what I'm saying?
like I said,
Reserve yours today. Let's see. If he wanted to reserve one, we know they don't have a full size version. I just clicked the link to see, but
well,
all
well,
right.
well, I will see. What I will say is this.
$500 deposit, $10,000 deposit gets early access free easy. Okay, go ahead.
What I will say is this. I don't know if he's like. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but I mean, as long as there's roads out there,
Yeah.
let me not even get into the whole political thing of this because I mean, I don't know. Let's see what Ford these guys got to say about this.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were saying Blade Runner spinners, yeah.
No,
Right, but
I mean it's a great concept. I just don't see us being here when it happens.
I would have to agree with you on that. As long as they're finding uses for eVTOLs in
I
the
mean,
medical build and and heavy equipment delivery and
I
agriculture. I don't see too many people owning um, individual
I
EV
don't
tools.
I don't
Go to the corner and take one.
I don't own an electric car. We haven't all gotten there yet.
True.
Is this going to be like the Blu-ray players that were sitting in the store waiting for everybody to buy them because we just bypassed it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I wish him luck in his journeys. I'm going to try and keep following the story. I'd like to try and contact Shern Peters and
It'd
see
be
if we can
nice.
actually interview him on the live stream
Right,
and
it'd
see
be
where
nice to
he's
be alive
progressed.
when it happens.
Huh?
It would be nice to be alive when it happens, to know that we can go into
True.
the dealership and instead of buying an electric car, we can get one of these.
Right. Well, I'm going, like I said, I'm going to try and contact him. I'm going to send him a copy of the live stream and let him know we'd like to have him on here. You
Lawrence,
know,
if that could move down the street and take off vertically and just go,
yeah.
eat Luke Skywalker, eat your heart out, bro. Because your land speeder couldn't do that.
This is true. This is very, very true. But what do we have? What else do we have here?
Oh, what do you have?
Like I'm on the West Coast, hundreds of Teslas ride the ferry every day here. I didn't even know they allowed those things on a ferry because they're so heavy. I know there's certain bridges that they don't want those Teslas going over because of weight restrictions of vehicles.
Really? But the truck could go over?
Well, what I'm not understanding is just, I don't know. Tesla, we need more companies to compete with Tesla. Then the price of Tesla cars will go down.
Let me ask you a question. What makes you think that there is no one else that's competing with Tesla?
Well, there are. There's a car company that just came out during the Super Bowl, not Protege, some other car that they just came out of nowhere. I can't think of the name of them. They showed a white vehicle, a white pickup truck.
Do you know that all of the car manufacturers have electric cars?
Have cars now.
No, they all have electric cars. They had developed and have had, some of them have had electric cars.
Rigor Mortis says they see a lot of electric vehicles everywhere where he is. Here on the East Coast, I see one car or Tesla every 50 to 100 cars. One wheel e-bikes, trikes, so much stuff. We have the scooters. There's people on one wheelers, the e-bikes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
You know
running
what?
around the city.
The problem with some of these guys on these scooters, though, is they have no idea of how the road works.
Right.
Now, a guy on some one wheel, that's not even an issue. He's over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But these guys on these scooters, they think that shit's a full-fledged motorcycle. And they try to dip and zip, and they can't dip and zip that quick with those things. And they do some real stupid things. And a lot of them don't have plates.
Right.
You know, it's like, what happens if you get into an accident with one of those guys?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, quadcopters in tech? How are you? Welcome to the stream.
I mean, depending on what time of the night or day it is.
Yeah, true. They have their own lane. Well, see, supposedly the bikers are supposed to have their own lane too, but the bikers ride out, the e-bikes ride in the street with the cars. The people who ride bicycles ride against traffic, and you know who uses that lane? Joggers and some bicyclists that follow the rules. And unfortunately, it's not as it's not as
You know what? This is New York City. If you can show me if you can show me in 1 hour 5 cyclists following the rules on the road, in 1 hour, I challenge you to that. 5, just 5.
No, I wouldn't take that bet. That's a sucker bet. We couldn't. And when we're driving in Brooklyn, we see more people
Oh, it kills
outside
me
of the bike
with the
lane.
guys on the bikes. There's a guy on the bike, right? There's 2 lanes of traffic, and he's over here. And he thinks just because he stuck his hand out and looked at the driver over here, that's okay for him to cut across the traffic. God forbid you hit him.
Yes. Then they are retards because we use our lanes properly. Where are you? What state are you in, rigor mortis? Where are you? Because if you came
you
to New
can't.
York,
Let me
you
tell
would
you
see
something. You
how
got
many
hold
bike
on a second.
lanes. Yeah.
We got the mayor constantly crying and complaining about cyclists getting killed on the roads. Why? Because they ride up underneath trucks. So why are you so close to this truck?
Right.
They will ride a bicycle into a place where they wouldn't even walk.
Mm-hmm. That this is true. This, especially here in New York. More people get hit by people on bicycles and scooters and e-bikes than by cars now.
You wouldn't walk that close to the truck while it's moving. Why would you ride your bike to get caught up under the back wheel of the truck? He can't see you.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happens all the time. I mean, it's really bad here in New York. I mean, you have people who observe the bike lanes laws and stuff like that.
I think
and then you have
man, we
people
already
who don't
some more
care.
money.
Huh?
No, was a question in the chat. It was ready for some warm weather. Barry had a question.
Okay, see, he's in
I know he got a lot of snow this winter. I know he got a lot of snow this winter out there in Rhode Island.
Yeah, you should have a hell of a lot of snow footage. And they're supposed to be expecting like a foot or more soon, too.
No.
Yeah, within the next day or two.
No. But, you know.
Easy on the e-bikes. You know, I don't have a problem with e-bikes. It's the people who drive them. It's some people who drive e-bikes think that they are on a motorcycle and they cannot be hit by a car.
Is it driving or riding? It's still riding.
Riding.
Yeah, it's still riding, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I know people who have. I know people, but I do know people here in New York who have e-bikes who ride.
Oh, I didn't tell you the story about the guy with the scooter.
No.
Yeah, the guy with the scooter, right? I see him. He's coming up on this side of me, right? And he's trying his best to pass me. So I'm like, what is he doing? It's one lane on the street. Why is he trying to pass me? Especially, I'm like, all right, no problem. He's trying to pass me in between the parked cars and the main road.
Right.
So I give him a little bit of space, and he's gunning it. So I pick up a little bit of speed, and he's gunning it some more. So I see the black ice coming up there. And just before the black ice, I go to my brakes and see what he's gonna do. He slows down, he looks at me in the wind, he goes like this.
He thought he knew you was trying to lead him into the black ice.
Oh yeah. I was trying to see if he would just gun it one more time and hit that black ice.
Who's winning, Ray Kelly? He said the big crash at Daytona. Yeah, that's not good. Then things tend to change up some. But anyway, we have some
Well,
news. Some of you guys know about this, some of you don't. That's why we do some of these stories. Um, for those of you who own an Evo, a Nano, or Light series,
oh yeah.
this week there was an update. There was a firmware update, and it was actually firmware update version 1.1.14. It's available on Autel's website. And from what I understand, they added some frames per second options as well as a few other things to it. It says the latter includes multiple frame rate choices up to 50 frames per second. I did not know none of those birds didn't go to 60 frames per second. I assumed that, well, to be honest, I thought they only went as high as 30. But I
Well,
see that they have 24 frames per second, 25,
mhm,
48, and 50
mhm.
frames per second.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
Well, I think that's the size of these newer drones and stuff like that, keeping the cost down on some of that was why you know you didn't think that on those drones.
And
But I think
and
they went a little step forward with them, and I just
okay,
believe they were
well,
just waiting for those updates.
and also in this update for the Nano, the Evo series birds, there's a new customizable photo stamp feature that
Mhm,
allows you to take a picture, and in one of the corners, or I guess where you designate
mhm.
professional applications requiring time of day and other image information to be recorded directly in the frame. Me and why you would want this, I don't know, but it's a feature that they've added. Maybe you may have to take a picture for insurance reasons and have a timestamp. I could see that. I
Okay.
could see it being used for that reason, but the new manual focus control is available on the Autel Lite, the Lite Plus, and the Nano Plus. Let's
Okay.
drone users create and capture the precise shots they hanker for. Anchor for a hunk of cheese. You remember that?
Uh-oh.
But I was really I had no idea what frame rates that
Back.
any of the Nano shot in. But now that I see they've you have from 24 to 50, I'm just wondering where they're going with this. And is this going to be the standard with sub 250 gram, like you said, Herman, to make things lighter and cheaper?
This 250 gram. I mean,
Huh?
the United in here in the States, right now
Yeah.
for the money, I don't think that well, from what I'm seeing, even with the mini and any of these things, for for that market, I mean, what are you're saving $5 on a what registration of this drone here in the States to be able to
Yeah.
fly,
Yeah. That's just being cheap.
and airspace is airspace, and that size factor, I don't think is really for the technology is ready yet.
Right.
So I mean,
Well,
something
there's
like
one other.
I mean, like
Go.
how much we here we go again, but how much smaller or do we need uh, in the? I mean, no,
Exactly.
and don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
I
You
think
wanted to be smaller, but you're
if
not
I'm not
willing to pay for
mistaken,
more money.
if I'm not mistaken, the Ortels, you know, I don't know so much about the Nano, but as opposed to the Mini
Hey,
in size
JDS, how are you,
comparison,
man?
I'm
Gary.
not sure. I don't know I haven't seen them side by side. That would be interesting. See
Right.
the build quality on it as opposed to the
Well,
Mini that
there's
you can
something else
see
that they
the
added to the.
difference in the build quality to like the Air 2S or that it's just the difference of what's this really saying?
Well, they're also saying, right, there was a jello. They were having an issue. Quadcopters and Tech mentioned that they were having a jello issue at certain
Yeah, it
speeds.
will, but not right now.
Well, right, not right now because they fixed it, but at certain speeds,
No, no, no.
it says
It
speed priority, which
came
is 33 miles per hour, and video priority max, which was 29 miles per hour, had been added in ludicrous mode. Wind resistance performance and hovering has also been improved because a few people have been complaining about how shaky it is in the wind.
right.
And also one final thing they've added to the Evo, to the Nano Plus and the
Mhm.
Evo Nano, they added photo resolution of 8,192 by 6,044 and another 8,000 by 6,000 format with the new firmware. So I did hear people complaining that there were issues in the wind. It was a little shaky, and hopefully this will help. Can you start over,
What
please?
happens? But I never, I never flew one. I
Hey
can't
Gary,
tell you. I
we
can't
will
tell you
give
the
you a wake up
experience
call
of
next week. We'll give you a wake up call next week, Gary.
it. I
He's
can't.
asking, can
I
we
can't
start
tell you.
over?
I never had the opportunity to fly when I don't own one. So I
Yeah,
can't
I
tell you.
haven't either. I've just,
But
from what I've
as
heard,
far as
YouTube creators talking about.
yeah, I did hear some things, but as far as the sub 250, yeah, you're right. In time, yeah, the technology would be there for you know that sub 250, and I really believe that. But
You see Ray Kelly starting already? Yeah, Rob C booked his room. Now we know where the party will be at night. See, Ray
where
Kelly's
Rob
gonna be
C's
home.
room?
Ray Kelly's gonna be home sleep in his own house,
Mhm.
and we're gonna be running amok in a hotel.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm about to call a hotel up right now. I'm like, I hear you got a convention coming down there.
And they're all drone pilots.
I don't need to be hearing no noise from none of them. So book them, put them on the other side of the hotel, far away from me.
Can you put our room next to an emergency door? Just in case something goes down. We can get out the door, right? That's what it is.
In case of a fire,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you guys got all them lipo batteries up there.
Well,
Once
it should be interesting.
put them
It's
on
I
one
look
side of the
forward.
building.
Rob C says they're 420 friendly. Wow. The hotel's 420 friendly? I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But put them
Yeah.
guys with all them lipo batteries on the other side of the building.
Can you imagine, Herman? You're in your room, and you know how they have the bathrooms by the door, and all of a sudden you hear an FPV bird going down the hallway. Past your door. I'm telling you,
I can see
somebody's
that
gonna try and fly a drone in that hotel.
through the hotel.
Gonna try and fly a drone down the hallway. I see it already. Animal House all over.
Well, you know what? I've been in those type of situations before many years ago, where you book out a whole hotel, because everybody that is on your whole, you know, thing
Mhm.
is
Yeah,
is is in that hotel,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
water
I get
balloon
it.
fights and water guns and all kind of stuff break out.
Herman, we went on a ski trip. I remember going on a ski trip many, many years
You
ago.
ski?
Now, I'm not a skier. I don't like the snow. They convinced me to go. The only time I saw the snow was getting off the bus, going into the lodge, and then the night before we left, we had a snowball fight in the hotel. That's all I'm going to say. And then I saw the snow again when we left the next morning. So just be glad we're not at a ski
So
resort.
you didn't go skiing?
Nope, not once. Didn't bother, didn't care. the whole time.
Wow.
I
You
didn't
not going
care where this. I didn't care where the ski
Dodge
lifts
trees
were.
like that.
I didn't care where the ski lifts were. I didn't care. All the girls and women were over on this little bunny hill. Because they all had to come back to the hotel, which is where I was.
Oh yeah, at the
I didn't
park.
do any skiing. I did make about 50 snowballs for the snowball fight that night. But it was fun. Welcome to the jungle, Ray Kelly. You got me. Ray Kelly starting. See,
Wow.
see. Ray Kelly. Well, officially, Aviano Rob C is number 80 who will be there. So there
Wow.
are officially 80 people going. And I know there's some people driving down from Rhode Island too, or well, some people coming down from not driving, coming down from Rhode Island too.
Driving.
That should make interesting. I think Michael Blade said he's going. That's cool. So I get to fly some FPV with him. My problem is
What?
packing and being able packing. That's going to be my problem.
Here's what you do. Wrap the drones in your clothes.
No, because then they're going to have to take everything apart in the
Why?
airport, huh?
Why?
Because your carry-on bag, don't they search your carry-on bag?
Put it through the X-ray machine one time. Boom. Done.
I need a bag for clothes. Lawrence walked around the hotel in his ski boots, so the girls thought he was just off the slopes. Yep. And hung out in the club where the
You
fireplace
drank hot
was,
chocolate.
with a thick sweater on and hot chocolate with marshmallows. And I can't stand marshmallows, but I did. I faked the funk. I'm not gonna lie.
With the
I
skis
did.
leaning up on the wall, right?
Listen, just chilling out. Chilling out. They come in from skiing. They come in from skiing, bro. I was in there already chilling. Yo, what took y'all so long to get back to the hotel? That's how you had to do it.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
But I look forward to the trip down there. I like, see, my thing is I can carry my Air 2S and I can carry my bag with my FPV drones in it. And I also have the fireproof bags for the batteries, for the lipos. I'll have to have my charger. That stuff is okay, but I still need a third bag to put clothes in.
Here's what you do. Put all those clothes on, right? And it's
No, we're not. I'm not going to Florida
clothes
with
you're gonna wear
dressed
the
in leather.
last day, right? You put them on. You put that one on the top, but then the clothes you wear the outer clothes that you're gonna wear that day, you put on the top.
And
You
just
know,
peel them off each day, right?
no, you take them all off when you get there.
I know, I know. All right, well, we're gonna have to work it out.
Because you got to put on extra underwear and
Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I figured it out for the Rhode Island trip, but I didn't have as much to take with me
do what
for the
to do.
Rhode Island trip.
I told you what to do. Just wrap the drones in your clothes.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We will see. That's all. I'll figure it out. But I'm not wrapping my drones in the clothes. It's worse enough I'm gonna have to take the propellers off and make sure the batteries are on. It's gonna be a big thing trying to travel on a plane like that.
Send it through the X-ray machine. One time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna have to be what I'm gonna do. I need a battery charger. I'm gonna have to bring the battery. It's a lot of work, man.
Mm-mm.
Unless we're gonna split a battery charger.
What? How's it a lot of work, bro?
Huh?
How's it a lot of work?
I'm gonna make it work.
Don't you
I'm
put your
gonna
stuff
make it
in your
work. I'm
bag?
gonna have to.
But hold on, your battery charger don't fit in your bag?
Yeah, of course it does.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Of course it does. I'll have more electronics and batteries with me than I will actual pieces of clothing.
So which battery charger are you worried about?
Well, no, I'm gonna take the Air 2S for the multi-charger.
Okay, it doesn't it fit in the bag with the drone?
Quadcopters and Tech is asking what was the round trip flight. Well, that depends on when you got your ticket because we got our tickets way back in December, right, Herman?
Yeah, something to that effect.
Yeah, we got them way back in December. They have dropped in price and went up in price and
My
went down in
people,
price and went
people
back
booked the
up.
flight back in December. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was a buck and change for the night, so that wasn't too bad. So
What?
Ray Kelly went to the hotel and got cheaper rates for everyone else, but that's okay. No, I'm just playing.
Not necessarily.
Right. Because we did actually see some lower rates, but that was only for like a certain time. I wrapped my Mavic 3 in a baby towel and carried it in my backpack when I went to California. Ray Kelly did. That's right. Ray Kelly that doesn't have the
But you
doesn't
said
have a hard case for it.
you had the baby carrier.
He had his baby in that what's that little thing they carry in the front? They carry on your back with the baby, the harness, the
Yeah.
baby harness. That's how you had your drone, Ray Kelly? When he went, he just Mavic 3 in a baby towel and carried it in my backpack.
Oh, okay. Your backpack.
Yeah.
I thought he had it in the baby wrapped in the baby carrier. What you got
Well,
over
here's the question. Are you checking your bag under the plane?
hey, which bag?
Your clothing.
Yes.
Okay, you're checking your clothing under the plane. Okay. You see, once I can carry my drones are not going in the belly of the plane. I'm sorry.
See, here's the thing. Because of the
Hey Maddie, what's good, man? What
because of
happened?
that, because of batteries, like internal stuff like that, and a lot of these, like
Can't go into the belly of the plane anyway.
they won't let you do that. You got to take it on the plane with you. But with the drones now, if you had adequate carrying case, that could be stored under the plane, but you would have to take the batteries with you.
Right, onto the plane.
Yeah, those can't go underneath. Those can't go in there. Those
Yeah.
have to go on the plane with you. That's
What's
why like
up, Maddie?
laptops and stuff like that that have, internal
Lipo batteries, yeah. Anything that
batteries,
can go volatile.
they gotta go with you.
Okay. Hi,
So
Matt. Maddie's
you
Drone
have to.
World.
So if you
Hashtag
have
fly
to,
ass up.
so if you have to have a bag that, what's up, Maddie? If you gotta have a bag that's checked, it can't have any of those things in there. So laptops, all that
No.
stuff, that's got to go with you.
Well, see, that's why I was asking, but what type of bag do you plan on putting under the plane? That's what I need to know. So I could go out and purchase one.
You can put anything under the plane that has
Yeah, I don't want to send a
a
duffel bag and all my shit get thrown all over the place.
duffel bag, right? You mean like the military?
Huh?
When you said duffel bag, like the military style duffel bag?
No, I don't know what to use as a under the belly bag. It's got to be some kind of hard case.
Got a suitcase?
Yeah, yeah, like a little mini suitcase with wheels or something.
Or do you don't have to have one of those.
Well, I don't, but I don't know what else to get.
I mean, almost anything would work if it closes, if it zips up. I mean, if it zips up, and it doesn't matter. I mean, if you even have, where the hell is it? I got one. Hey, one of these. If you even have one of these ATS approved locks, right, for your bag, they can still get in that shit. So I mean, what I mean, as long as the bag can zip up, it's not gonna when they toss that bag into the joint, it's not gonna explode. And you got drawers all over the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right. All right. So you're suggesting I get that particular lock?
No, I'm just saying, even if you had one, for your bag, they suggest you leave your bags unlocked. But if you even had one of these, they can still get into it, you know, because that's why they're approved by them.
All right, you're gonna have to send me. All right, you're gonna have to send me a link, and I'll get one of those locks, and
You
we'll
don't
just bring it from
when
there.
I'm locking my bag I just I don't want the problems with them. This came with the case.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll figure it out by then. That's all. I mean, that's the least I should have to worry about. I just realized my wrench walked away.
What happened?
Uh, someone just realized nobody, the quadcopters just realized nobody had wrenches.
Oh,
But anyway, let's get on to this next story. Skyfish leverages Sony Alpha's cameras, meaning the company Skyfish that you did a story on, Herman,
yeah.
not too long ago. Well,
Uh-huh.
they've decided to make sure that their drones,
Mhm, mhm.
their surveying drones, I should say, will use only Sony Alpha cameras for
Oh, they're
photogrammetry
leveraging those
and
cameras.
creating, yes, for only the Alpha series cameras for creating digital twins of large infrastructures. And what I mean by that is America's autonomous drone maker Skyfish today announced technical integration with Sony Electronics Alpha Series mirrorless cameras, meaning they want to use these cameras specifically. What's up? They want to use these cameras specifically on their drones due to the high quality, the data capture these cameras can get.
Right.
From what I understand, these Alpha Series mirrorless cameras, they will be able to do everything from zooming in and getting exact detailed pictures. And what I mean by detailed pictures, I have a picture here to show you guys. You guys have seen 3D mapping, but you have not seen 3D mapping with this type of accuracy here. To even see the rust and things like that. This is an actual picture here of,
Well, you're talking about accuracy of one 30 second of an inch.
yes, we're talking
Accuracies.
very, very
I
minute.
mean, they're just trying to leverage these cameras to get better imagery for, you know, 3D imaging for modeling and mapping.
But this is good. Look at this picture though. This is really good
Talking
picture.
about on a larger scale platform, yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they're actually using these Alpha series, Sony's Alpha series cameras on their drones, it says engineering grade photogrammetry um, includes 3D modeling for precision inspection measurements and analysis of physical features, including cell towers, bridges, roadways, wind turbines, airports, power lines, and energy infrastructure, specialized land use management, and more. They're
Mhm.
talking about being able to map everything with great detail down to 1/32 of an inch.
And the crazy part about it is they're they're probably going to be able to do what Sony wanted to do with their drone probably better
I
because
know with the air peak.
the quality of this drone that they, you know, and their experience with, you know, developing these platforms.
Well, they said, well, Skyfish says the unique ability to remotely control a 61 megapixel camera in real time, manage ISO, shutter speed, um, Evo, zoom, and everything while in flight, and collect data and images required to record this stuff. This is it. This is their pinnacle. You know, they already have Skyfish
I
already has
mean,
great drones for
been
doing
using
surveying.
they've been
Huh?
using other cameras
Yes,
on their or should I say payloads as they would like to call it.
right. This is true because it is an actual payload.
Yeah. Well, hey,
No, Gary says, are they 9/16? Are those 9/16 bolts? Gary, I'm going to pull a picture up right now and
Where we at?
refer to what he was talking about, but he was talking about these right here.
Those right
Um, I don't think these are 9/16 because the size of this pole, and this is actually a platform for a man to stand on. These are probably maybe about an inch and a half to 2 inch bolts.
You
But the
sure?
fact that you can see all of this, even down to the colored wiring and solder joints.
You sure about that, Lawrence?
What?
That is
What?
an inch
This
and a half.
this the size of this bolt right here?
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying if this platform is designed for man to stand on,
right.
it's got to be at least 14 to 16 inches.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm just give or take. This is a cell phone relay.
Right.
All right. If a man can stand here with his feet across, these
Uh-huh.
bolts here are probably a lot bigger than a 9/16.
You think so?
That's all I was saying.
You
Yeah,
think
probably
so?
more than likely.
Okay.
More than likely. I only know a 9/16
no,
because I work.
no, the reason why I'm going to tell you this is because from working on platforms like that and having to build stuff like that to be
Yeah.
able to do the job and if you get a half-inch bolt, you're happy. Right? Most of that stuff
Yeah.
is 3/8 and 9/16 and
Okay, all right, you Gary, you may have me there.
they
You may
don't
have me
they,
there. I don't have the data. I'm
you would
just
be
going on
surprised.
visual.
I've taken half-inch rod and hung a transformer from a ceiling. Now, this transformer will be there forever. You, not so much.
21 millimeter bolts. You know what I'm saying? Drone Anal is saying.
What happened?
Well, I think it's interesting to see that
Well, it
Sony.
all depends on
Sony.
where you live.
True, that's true.
Yeah,
Well, they.
that is too. That is the next thing. It all depends on where you live. Here in the United States, they use
Well,
some other thing. They don't use the metric system.
oh, I had this dude's website open. I just closed it. Anyway, I still want to try and get.
Unless it's some equipment that came from Europe, because we have had um, transformers and other things that have come from other and generators that have come
Yeah.
from Europe, and you have to use those tools on it because if not, the regular American standard size wrenches
Won't work. They'll just strip
won't
them.
fit.
They'll
So
just strip. Yeah.
you have to use those other tools. So we do have them.
Okay. Well, interesting that
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Sony's doing this. Sony has agreed to. There's some. What's that?
No, you'd be surprised how small some of those bolts are. Just to put that little thing together, it's like holding any weight.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just looking at tech support here.
Oh,
They're shaking their heads. But anyway, Herman,
what is he fixing?
took me a while. It
Uh,
took me a while, but
the
she's
smoke
back.
cleared.
Huh?
The smoke cleared, and then what happened?
The smoke cleared, and she's back.
What?
The last time you saw this drone, I'm trying to get in front of the camera so you can see, but the last time you saw this with the folding props, Herman told me, he said, when you take off in the air, someone's going to plug in on you and you're going to fall over the top. And I said, no, they're not going to do it because everyone's done flying. And I asked, are you guys done? And everyone was like, yeah, go ahead and fly. And when I went up in the air, someone plugged in on me, which led me to believe that was actually intentional. But it's okay because my bird's back. She's up and operating. And now I have my mid to long range 6-inch cruiser back.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have 2 long range rigs that can go anywhere from 1.5 miles. wanted to go 2, but I keep checking out at 1.5 miles and watching the battery and worrying about being so far away from home point and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway,
we'll pick it up.
yeah, you're right about that. Fortunately, when I fly along the beach, I do know if I have to ditch. I usually look for markers as I'm flying by, like I know I'm passing so and so street or whatever. So if I have to ditch, I know I can actually. I'm not going to walk there.
Street.
Yeah, I have an area what street to look around. And usually if I have to ditch, it's in a burn where people aren't walking along the beach, so it's not too bad. I mean, if you're walking along a boardwalk and you see a bird go down, you see a drone go down, people usually stand and watch and wait to see who comes and picks it up. But my baby's back.
It's in the brush and they can't tell what it was that landed down there.
Exactly. But I put lights on her.
Oh.
I put lights on her, so I'm actually wanted to use this one. Someone had asked me to do a project a while back, and I passed up on the project because the time came and went, but they wanted to record a drone going along the highway from above with a camera drone, follow the road. So that's why I put lights on it. I didn't have lights at the time. Now I have two birds with lights on them. So if the opportunity comes up, or I have to do some night flying, I'll have the lights bright enough to be seen.
Gotcha.
But that's pretty much it. We got another story here.
Just slap what do you call it?
I didn't hear you.
You got to slap one of these little thingies on it.
What's that?
The strobe.
You know what? I thought about that. I did think about getting strobes to put on my FPV drones.
The strobe thingy.
I have for my Phantom. I have for my Air 2S. I'm gonna have to take the skin. Yeah, that 3M Velcro is
pop
the shit.
Right on top. You can pop it right off.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna consider that. I will consider that. Putting strobes on a couple of my FPV birds, because the ones that have lights, I basically put lights on them so I could fly at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I could cruise at night, like along the beach or something with them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And any other place that I might be able to fly at night.
Now put a big headlight on the drone, you'd be good to go.
Yeah, just won't be able to see where you're going. That's it.
Why, with the big headlight?
Yeah, we won't be able to see where you're going, but who cares? You have this blinding light in front of you, and then you're trying to see where you're going, and you're looking through the light. No, but I'd never do that. I'd never
shine it down at the towards the ground.
And I do have an LED. Huh?
You fly down dark roads.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's too fast to be moving down a dark road. You're moving down a dark road too fast, and something comes up. You don't have time to respond.
Bear.
Yeah, right. Bear, deer, Sasquatch, whatever. We got one more story, man, to hit up. There's a company called AutoFlight that has passed their air taxi transition test. Now, for those of you who don't know, we've been doing enough stories for you to know that a lot of people have been trying to pass their airworthiness tests, but not so much their air transition test. And what an air transition test is, if it's an eVTOL, okay, eVTOLs have to be able to take off and transition to forward flight. And these guys have got their airworthiness. AutoFlight's Prosperity 1 eVTOL has gotten their airworthiness certificate for forward flight. They said it was designed as an air taxi to be used in Asia. They specifically say a Shanghai-based air taxi company, AutoFlight, will be used in China and places like that, in that part of the world. They said today the trial took place. The craft rose to an altitude of 150 meters and transitioned, and it attained speeds of 123 miles per hour. I have a video that I can show you. Okay, this is expected to start in 2025, but it will be a 3-passenger, 1 pilot and 3 passengers, and actually be able to travel up to speeds of 200 miles per hour. Now, you may think that it's what's the big thing about getting an airworthiness certificate? First, you have to get one just to hover, to go up and down, to show that it's stable. It can go up and come down. And then the second one is you have to be able to go up and transition to forward motion. This is a video of them actually doing so. It's not too lengthy, but these are all the tests. This is actually the flight path that they took. They took off from one spot here, made a left turn, another slight left, another left, and returned to home. Okay, and I have it queued up. They claim this thing is so aerodynamic that once these top props stop spinning, these 2 rear props are all they need for forward motion, and they can exceed speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Now, if you notice right here in the middle, they will say 150 meters, 20 meters, etc., stuff like that. Once they hit the set altitude, 130 meters, I think they stop at 150. Yeah. And these props on top are supposed to stop spinning once full forward speed is reached.
Right. Okay.
So just like the off speed, now they are still spinning. They have to still spin until it gets up enough thrust so that the fixed wings come into effect, giving it that airplane mode. But as you see, the props have stopped here. They all line up vertically with the body of the eVTOL. And once they do line up vertically, it's only being propelled by the rear propellers in the back. Once again, this will be a 3-passenger, 1 piloted aircraft. But this is where they're going.
Well, it's funny that you brought this story up because I checked this out and and the thing, they're a little late with to the game, but they did bring it to this point from the drawing board to the test platform very quickly, even though being behind most of the companies that are looking to do this.
Yeah, they're starting transition.
What I thought was interesting about this was that they spent a lot of time and money in making sure that they got this transition period point right, because of the amount of movement and friction that is created in that transition point. And they were talking about the stability of keeping this thing stable, because it's not light. It's not as light as it might look.
It's not.
And
you're right. It's not. It's from what they say, this vehicle weighs 3,307 pounds. Okay. Once it's reached an altitude, it can go anywhere. It was going anywhere between 100 and 100. It was 100 and 110 miles per hour.
10 during the test.
Right, just during the test. But they pointed out this thing is slotted to be used in Europe, in the UK, scheduled in 2025, to the point where I'm going to pull this up. They actually have a schedule of how long it will take to get from certain places. Maybe you guys in the UK know some of these places, but from Heathrow Airport to Battersea Helipad, a
Mhm.
20-kilometer ride will take 15 minutes. Something
Okay.
a lot further, like from Bristol to Battersea Helipad, that's 160 kilometers. That'll take an hour.
Okay.
These are schedules that they plan on running and how long
They have
it will
routes
take.
already determined.
Yes, yes. These routes are
Right.
already determined by
Okay.
town, and says it's backed by $100 million investment by next gen mobility investor Team Global. So if they're talking about schedules already, like 2025 isn't far from here. We're in 2022. That's just 3 years away. All of these drone
That's
stories
not
that
far fetched.
we've been doing have been talking about launching in late 23 going into 2024. These guys are talking about launching in 2025. So that's really not that far off from here. And
Hmm.
and I'd be interested to see where it goes and
Hmm.
who will be able to ride in it. But
Well,
supposedly
that's
this
just
thing will
like
be
we spoke about.
buzzing all over the UK.
Well, Lawrence, it's the same that we spoke about with Volocopter. Volocopter has, and when they was in Singapore, they have a whole platform schedule that they have laid out that is going to take them into the next 5, 6 years with this thing and develop their urban air mobility. So like I said, right here in you've done you did a story on NASA getting involved in the
Mm-hmm.
urban air mobility.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
it's not a matter of if.
It's going to happen. Yeah. It is going to happen. It's just, we were saying when we first started doing this live stream 2.5 years ago, we were talking about companies that in 2023, 2024, we're going to be doing certain things, and now that's right around the corner, and it's coming first to fruition. Volocopter, who else? Lilium,
Mhm.
Jobbies flying here, drones here in the United States. Zipline is making deliveries in the South from hospitals, showing us how it's done with their fixed wing. So I was telling my friend earlier, just because we say drone doesn't mean that it has 4, 8, or 10 propellers. It may be a fixed wing with one propeller, you know, like Zipline's birds are. They use a catapult to launch the Zipline bird, and it's a single propeller fixed wing drone. But it's almost that time, man. Nobody else is coming on tonight, huh?
I don't know who else is on Sundays.
It's Sunday evening. I don't know. I don't know. After I get off of here, I have to eat something anyway. I'm starving.
Okay,
Wait till they realize we came from Mars, Jody says.
who?
It's just drone shots. Just wait till they realize we came from Mars.
Who's
Well,
from
it
Mars?
sounds like drone shot watches Ancient Aliens on the History Channel, because that's where I see that stuff. I watch the History. I like watching the History Channel. I enjoy watching it.
I
The
know.
Learning Channel is turned to crap.
I have a few people that have the alien theories.
That have alien kids.
Alien theories.
Oh.
I don't know if their kids are aliens. I mean, they seem normal to me. I mean,
I don't know. I know a few kids that may be how would you say? They loaded what few people that was left and crashed here. Strong possibility. We,
who?
we, we won't know until they finish, those rovers finish doing all those tests on Mars. We know there was water there. We know there was ice there. Usually in water and ice, there are little microbes, something living in them.
Mhm.
Or so they claim.
You know, it's some craziness.
Hmm.
You ever? took like a class in school about like how let's take New York for instance. How New York came about.
No, I do know
Okay.
Kings County was
This
named.
was under ice. In these
Oh, from a glacier.
melting of glaciers. Right. That's why you have like those rivers and you understand that whole concept.
Yeah,
Right?
Central Park has the most. Central Park in Manhattan is a giant piece of glacier. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the whole of New York was in ice at one point.
Right.
Now you have from melting, you have two rivers that run alongside and spill out and to the whole body or go out into the ocean.
Hey, Rodney Bell.
Now, you understand how all of that came about, right?
Yeah.
Now, we talk about global warming, but I mean, isn't the Earth constantly going through these type of changes? I'm not dispelling the whole thing about global warming. I'm just saying that the Earth goes through these things now. I'm seeing where they talk about now here the water, the temperature of the water, and
Hey, Angie.
is has changed. There's a lot
Yeah.
of strange things happening. I'm seeing with
Oh, I get
weather.
it. I get it. I do. But listen, it's that time, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Don't
All
forget
right.
to check out Herman on Wednesday nights.
Hey, Andrew.
Wednesday nights with those guys. Um, for those of you who came in a little late, I guess you can watch the rebroadcast. New York was cool in ice.
What happened?
At one, Gary says New York was cool in ice.
Okay.
But we need to get out of here, man. Fortunately, it's that time. We appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. Thanks for all of you who've come and hang out here with us. Thank all of you who lurk from the outside. And thank you all, period. We
Good night,
appreciate
everyone.
you.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
See you on Wednesday.
This Sunday nights with those guys is sponsored by those guys. Later, guys. We're out of here.
Good night, everyone. Was that the right button or the wrong button?
Yeah, the right one. It was the right one. The price is right. The